This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the afternoon of Monday, January 12th, 2026. I'm Alex Brown. The 2025 Hoosier Survey from the Bowen Center for Public Affairs at Ball State University shows that nearly 3/4 of Hoosiers support some form of legalization of marijuana in Indiana. Executive Director Andrew Bauman says he believes there is momentum for Indiana to potentially make a change in its laws regarding marijuana.
The last year or two, you've seen almost exponential growth in support, and then non-traditional support. And by that, I mean business leaders, parents, not your traditional college-age kid or high school person.
House Bill 1191 has been introduced at the State House, which would decriminalize marijuana possession of 2 ounces or less. The parent company of Value City Furniture is liquidating its inventory and closing its remaining stores, including locations in Indianapolis, Greenwood, Plainfield, Evansville, Fort Wayne, and Merrillville. Ultimately, American Signature Inc. will close 89 stores after attempts to sell the 77-year-old retailer to a company that would keep the doors open failed. Mesker Park Zoo and Botanic Garden in Evansville is marking a record year in 2025. The zoo said it welcomed 229,000 guests last year, which reflects efforts to increase community engagement, seasonal programming, and continued investment. From the #1 source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Thanks for listening to this IBJ Media podcast. You're probably going to remember this ad. Do you know why? Podcast advertising works. 85% of listeners recalled hearing an ad during a podcast, and 70% of podcast listeners have acted after hearing an ad. So whether you're looking to be heard across the entire IBJ Media podcast network, sponsor one of our shows, or just start with a 30-second ad, IBJ Media can help. Contact advertise at ibj.com to learn more.
Purdue University has announced a partnership with Google Public Sector designed to integrate artificial intelligence into multiple facets of the university. IIB's Aubriana Herron has more.
Google Public Sector is a division of Google launched in 2022 designed to help U.S. public sector institutions, including educational institutions, accelerate their digital transformations. The partnership with Purdue is centered on advancing artificial intelligence-enabled education, as well as accelerating AI innovation and expanding AI workforce development. The university said the partnership includes a 5-year commitment to the Google Partnership for Accelerated Research Program, which will provide students, faculty, and researchers access to Google Cloud's AI enterprise tools and software. The partners will also collaborate on an AI competency graduation requirement, which was approved last month by the Purdue Board of Trustees. Purdue will also create a Google AI hub space within its Hall of Data Science and AI in an effort to spark hands-on collaboration and breakthrough innovation among students and researchers. In a news release, Purdue President Mung Chang called the partnership with Google a paradigm shift in academic industry collaboration. Dimitri Perolis, Senior Vice President for Partnerships and Online at Purdue, added that the collaboration establishes a new benchmark for how research universities and tech companies can work together to advance scientific discovery. Aubriana Herron, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
The president of the Knox County Chamber of Commerce is assuming the top leadership role at the Indiana Chamber Executives Association. Jamie Neal has been named president and executive director of the statewide organization, which announced her appointment in a Facebook post. She replaces Shelley Williams, who has held the position since 2001. Neal has served as Knox County Chamber president since 2017. Last week, the Knox County Chamber announced that Neal would step down on January 23rd, but only said she was pursuing another professional opportunity. From Hammond to Gary and beyond, leaders in Northwest Indiana see the Chicago Bears Stadium project as a once-in-a-generation opportunity, one that could bring jobs, infrastructure investment, and national visibility to the region. While many believe the Bears are using Northwest Indiana as a leverage play, Hammond Mayor Tom McDermott says he thinks the team is for real.
And it's 3 words that make me think that: property tax certainty. We're talking about a $2-3 billion deal. And when you look at the type of property taxes that are going to be generated off a proposal like that, they could save hundreds of millions of dollars by relocating to Indiana.
Sources tell Inside Indiana Business the team has been shown at least 5 locations in the region, including a property at Wolf Lake in Hammond. The voices behind the Bob and Tom Show are the focus of this week's Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now on the IBJ Media app or your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.